Hello students, in our previous videos we had started about the chapter Human Resource from class 8's geography book. Today let's continue with the chapter furthermore. With better health facilities due to development in medical science, now the number of death is lower than before. So this means that earlier the medical facilities was not so good, and hence therefore the death rate was more and birth rate was low. Birth Now let us see the next point. Birth rate is a statistic that measures the number of live births per thousand people. That means when it is a statistic or it is a number, that whenever a person is being born, like one person is being born, so it will be counted per thousand people, so it will be 0.1%. So this is the statistic of the birth rate. Death rate is a statistic that measures the number of deaths per thousand people. So what is it? Death rate is the opposite of birth rate, where if one person dies, so what is the percentage? So whatever is the percentage, that is the statistic is known as the death rate. It is a number basically. When we talk of the population of a particular region, country or continent, and not the whole world, then along with birth and death rate, another factor affecting population change is migration. Migration refers to the movement of people from one area to another. So now what happens is, when not only birth rate and death rate are the factors affecting the population change, one another factor is migration. Migration means movement of people from one place to another, especially from villages to the cities and from the cities to the metropolitan cities. Like people move from Bageshwar or from the villages of Almora to Nainital for better education, or to Haldwani for medical facilities. So they migrate from one place to another. Since birth and death are the natural causes of population change, the difference between the birth and the death rate is called the natural death rate. So now when there is a change, since basically birth and death both are natural occurrences, so the difference between them is known as the natural death rate. That means birth rate minus death rate will give you the natural death rate. Okay. People living in a country are called emigrants, and the phenomena is called emigration. Now, when people are leaving one country, supposingly you are traveling or you are leaving one country to another country, like supposing you are leaving India and going to Singapore or America. So that means you are immigration. You are immigrants. That means you are immigration. You'll go through the process of immigration. And people arriving in a country are called immigrants or immigrants, and the phenomena is called immigration. So now whenever you are like in the previous case, when you went from India to USA or Singapore, so you were immigrating, or immigration was there. And now when you are in the country, you'll go through a process which is called immigration, where you will be stamped for how many days you have come or how many years you have come, depending on your visa. People usually migrate from less developed areas to more developed ones in search for better employment opportunities, among other facilities. So now what happens is that people move from one place to another for better opportunities, like education, health facility, job opportunities, and this movement is from the less developed area to a more developed one. The pattern of population change is different for different parts of the world. So now the pattern of population is different, in the sense that somewhere there will be more dense population, somewhere there will be sparse population, and the place where there are less people, the people from that area move to a population where it's densely populated, or vice versa. The structure of the population with various respects like age, uh, sex, literacy, occupancy, health facility, 75 plus economic condition, etc., is called composition. Like when you're making a vegetable, you put different ingredients, and then the vegetable is made. In the same way, when we are considering population composition, we'll consider the age of the person, we'll consider the gender of the person, his or her educational qualification, the occupation, that means the job type, what the person is doing, what is his health condition, is he, if he's suffering from some health disease, is has he or she got some facilities to cure that or to facilitate that. And then if the person is 75 plus, what is his financial condition? This all comprises and makes the population composition. Like a vegetable comprises of salt, spices, oil, and the vegetable that you are using. In the same way, there are different factors which affect the structure of the population. A population pyramid is a pictorial way to describe 55 to 59, the population composition. And it is also known as age-sex pyramid. And this pyramid is of India, where we can see the age group that is from here till here. The male population and the female population is high, but as it goes up, the male population decreases, whereas the female population does not decrease so rapidly as the male population. The shape of population pyramid of a country is indicative of a lot of information about the country. Like if you see in this one, here if we see the people that are after the age of 60, the males have decreased while the females have not decreased so much as compared to the males. So the such type of information is provided by the population pyramid. The size towards the bottom may be used to 20 to 25 estimate the birth rate, while the size towards the top to estimate the death rate. So now what happens is, this is the estimation of the birth rate, while this is the estimation of the death rate. So there is a difference between the two. The youngsters age group 0 to 15 and senior citizens above 65 are said to fall under the dependent group. So if you see in this pyramid, 0 to 15 years, this is known as the dependent period. And after the age of 65 or 60, it is also it is again a dependent period. Why? Because people are dependent on others for their daily work, and also for the and also financially, these student groups are dependent on others, while this group is the one that can depend on himself or herself for other daily needs and uses. They are considered to be economically inactive. They depend on the working class for their living. The middle age group constitutes the working class. So now what happens if we come to this? Here we can see that the this age group is independent or financially independent, while this group and this group is dependent on the adolescents and the younger generation financially and physically also. So this is known as, and they are economically inactive because in younger days, as a child you do not earn money, and as an old person you do not earn money, but you are dependent on your pension. They depend on the working class for their livelihood. The middle age group constitutes the working class. A population pyramid in which the base is broad and the top is narrow means that although a large amount of births take place, not all grow up to the adults and old. It means many die before reaching these ages. This indicates a large death rate and Kenya shows such a pyramid. This means a high population growth rate. So now when there are certain as we come in this, if we go back to this pyramid, we see that there is a high rate of population, but at the same time, the population of the male is also decreasing, while the female is also decreasing, but not so rapidly. This means that people who are born, they may not live to or attain the age group of the old age. But so as in Kenya, the death rate is more. Like in Kenya, if the people are born more, but they do not have, they are undernourished or malnourished, that they do not reach the growing age, though they grow up, but they have some deformity or some defect, and therefore this means there is high population, but the growth rate is also low. In countries like India, the death rate is decreasing, so the pyramid is broad in the younger age group, and size of the pyramid decreases steadily. This means their birth rate is more, but death rate is less, so it is going as a pyramid. But okay. So now there are certain factors affecting population distribution. First is the geographical factor, which constitutes about the topography. Topography means the terrain, whether it is high altitude, low altitude, or plateau is there, or dry, or plantation is there or not. Then is climate, whether it is a hot climate, cold climate. Then there's whether the soil is fertile, sandy, loamy, whatever type of soil is there. Then availability of water, then minerals. These are the four geographical factors, while other factors that affect the population distribution are social, culture, and economic. Social in the sense that if a person is able to live socially in that area and gel with the other person, and the culture of that area, how is the culture of that area, how the people mingle with each other and accept each other's relation or customs. Then is economic kind of factors, that means whether a person is rich, poor, and if a person can earn or not, and or cannot earn. Now there are certain important terms in the slide below which you will be writing, which I had already explained to you in my first video. Hopefully you have understood the chapter. See you next time.